Feed the fire. Let the last cinders burn. Yeah, that's right. We're all Armored Core pilots. Because that's all I'm doing right now with my life. Welcome to Neon Pocket Dimension. My name's Jacob. You've come to a nerdy place. I'm here with, as always, Zaddy Supreme. The guy who shot Han Solo, but he's Luke Skywalker apparently. That's Gage, and he's below me.
That's me. What's up, buddy? How's it going up there?
Hey, it's going. I'm flying. I'm flying. Caw-caw.
Flying high.
Caw-caw. Of course, we also have Miguel, aka Boxcar Miguel, our resident Simpsons expert. What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Hanging out.
All right, that's great.
Miguel, fist bump. Wait, let's see if we can do it.
Oh, yeah, do the fist bump. Let's see if you can.
Hold on, I can't see. 1 second. Wait, where are you?
Wait, did the fist just go through Steven's leg?
No, I just put mine up at the same time.
Somehow
So
showed up.
illusion.
Solid.
And of course,
Audio medium.
there you go. Hey, when it is on audio services, a lot of these are going to be awkward. We have a special situation here. We've added someone to the roster. He's been on all sorts of our content. We've been on his content with X Interact. This guy right here, I'm calling him the tall guy. That's right. We have a fourth member.
Okay.
His name is Steven, aka the Singer Bro. What's up?
Hey.
Welcome
How's it going?
to.
Happy to be on here. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Good.
Excited to talk about things
Are you?
and stuff. Yeah.
Happy to have you here. Hell yeah.
Yeah. How's it?
Imagine,
How's it feel to be a part of the Neon Pocket Dimension now, officially?
pockety,
Okay.
dimensiony,
Yeah. Spacious.
Pocket
spacious, and there is some neon as well. So I feel like we're
yeah.
covering all the alleys.
Hell yeah. I actually don't have my neon sign turned on, but it's the same one behind your head. It's the exact same one, Steven.
Hey, Neon Brothers.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's the one I'm going with.
I got something in my pocket.
That's what I thought too, Jacob. That's right where I live.
That's right. Yeah, it's a good South Park, baby. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty good show. It's on Hulu or something. I think actually no, I think it's on Max now. Some shit.
You mean HBO Max?
It's called. God. It's just like X. Like just fucking stick with
No,
the
you mean
name.
Twitter?
God.
Twitter?
God.
Dude, I totally axed about that Sweet Max show.
I'm about to
No.
fucking X. I'm about to X. I don't know. I got nothing.
I was saying in the pre-show, I feel like it might make it a little better to say that we're X-Men, but also like I don't want to give that much coolness to Musk, so I won't do that.
The worst was it started off with just the X logo, but then a few days later they put the like crappy Photoshop grunge over the.
I know.
It's so bad.
You see the Photoshop side by side of like Series X and X. Which one did it better? Yeah,
Yes, I did it. Then arguably Series X did it better, I think.
I think so too. But yeah, happy to be here with y'all talking nerd stuff.
Miguel, how do you feel about the X like weathering icon?
I don't care, to be honest with you. I'm rarely on there at this point. It's just become a hellscape, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean
That's what the world is.
it's always been a hellscape. There's really nothing new.
Well, no, yeah, Twitter was always a hellscape. Now it's just a hellscape with a different name.
Yeah.
A hellscape with a bad name. Yeah.
Hey.
He just like to put X's everywhere apparently, but
You get them X's in. What else was I gonna say, guys? Steven, now that you're here, why don't you just quickly tell us about the TikTok, man? Because I know you're heading that up.
Yeah, so as you know, if you're in the Discord, which you have Discord, you guys could join that. Odd Valley. I'm sure there's a link somewhere we'll get for you.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cool people there. I put something in there and be like, hey guys, we have a TikTok now, and we're doing shorts as well. So yeah, it's just in a way to get in front of more people. Short form content's always been, I don't know, more of a passion of mine than longer form stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
obviously I'm here, so there's precedence for long form stuff too. But like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, the goal is to just reach a wider audience, cast a wider net, because there's some cool shit that's said here sometimes, I think, and funny stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you just make funny videos out of the dumb stuff that we're saying. So I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are too. And no,
No, I enjoyed that one he shared already. It was great.
it's just another creative outlet, right? Like that's at the end of the day, it's a way to
Mhm.
show off and tell a story that maybe wasn't even there in the first place. But
I like how it immortalizes certain moments like that for sure, and then they kind of become a little bit more of the mythos of the podcast because they're highlighted in such a way,
yeah,
I
yeah, just my wacky brain sometimes.
I definitely am not gonna like watch what I say. You know what I mean? I'm gonna continue to be who I am, and what it is, man. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
We have plenty of those
Our-
TikToks.
So yeah, we got some housekeeping. So if you're watching us live on twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension, you're already in the right place. Let us know what you've been nerding out on in the chat. Do it live. We're usually live Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So watch us live and we'll talk to you. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, guess what? We're affiliates. Toss us a sub. We'd love it. We have some sick emotes for you. Drink check. We got the Gundam update. We got the cat mouth hype. I don't really know the name of that one, but that's what it is.
It's just Miguel's it's Miguel's hype.
That's my hype.
Emote.
That's my hype level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then, hey, look, now there's 4 of us, which means that there's more opportunities for us to stream more content to the Twitch whenever we feel like it. That's gaming stuff. It could be weird tier lists. It could just be this podcast. So definitely check us out on there. But hey, guess what? We have a YouTube channel. And we'd really like if you'd engage with that, if you enjoy our show. So just go to youtube.com/@Odd Valley Studios. Click on the Neon Pocket Dimension playlist. You'll see each and every episode of the show right there for you. And while you're there, check out our other podcast, Odd Valley Live, which is the original show that we started all of this. We get drunk, and that's really the whole point of the show. We also have 5 Minute Gamer, which I've been doing with Steven. Yes, it's coming back. Don't worry. Just had a couple weeks off. We're all busy with stuff. But hey, we just play games for 5 minutes and we review them and see where they land within a 5-minute span. We literally hit the timer for 5 minutes, and if we're locked into a cutscene, that's it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We just see exactly how far we can get in 5 minutes. It's a good time.
Yeah, if you have any
from there.
Yeah, if you have any game suggestion ideas for us
Yeah.
to try out, and we can do it, absolutely, that'd be great.
Absolutely. And then so we're on a quest to get our YouTube channel up to 75 subscriptions by the end of this year. So if you're a regular watcher on our Twitch streams, or hey, you like us and we're friends, we'd love if you could subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. It's just the tap of your finger or click of your mouse. We would really enjoy that. And not to mention, we have all sorts of content. It's flowing, and you can't stop this river of awesome content. And then, hey, like we said, we're on TikTok now. Find us on there. I think it's Neon Pocket Demency. But if you
I don't know what happened there, but
if you
search Neon Pocket Dimension, you'll probably find it.
Yeah.
The username is still that. It's just it has a character cutoff limit, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, just search Neon Pocket Dimension on TikTok, and then obviously YouTube Shorts pop up if you're subscribed. So there you go. That's our housekeeping for the week. We're really gonna try to push this YouTube channel, see how many subscriptions we can get, because we love making content and having a good time. And if you're subscribed, you'll see it immediately, and that's great. Yeah, and then you could see Miguel down there. I don't know, Miguel. What are you gonna start a video series or something?
I'm at the top.
Oh, you're at the bottom of my window of the.
I know.
He's talking about Discord. Anyway, we're done with all that stuff, guys. It's time for our patented "What You've Been Nerding Out On" segment called the WYBNOO. Schwing, there it is. Steven, so you're the new guy on campus. Tell us what you've been nerding out on first this week.
Oh yeah. Cannot wait. So we're gonna start with some non-game stuff.
Okay.
But there's a lot of game stuff. So I'll keep it short. I finished Dune.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I listened to that on audiobook actually for the first time. I had started and stopped it many times before, like reading it. And it just, like, audiobooks are just what I have to do now to read books. So it fits into my lifestyle. I think there's a few studios that do it and do it very well. And then there's some not great ones that are just kind of samey with all the things they read. And so I think your narrator, your mileage may vary depending on who's reading it, right? But
Right.
this one had like sound effects, and it was a full production suite thing. It was rad. Rad times. Dune itself it starts off very dry. Like I will say, much like the Desert Planet. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Actually, it starts out on Caladan, which is actually an ocean world.
Right. But like, it doesn't really start to get into it until a little after you go to Arrakis, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot of politicking for a while, and then it does kick up when that first major event happens, and I don't know. I just think the way they tell the story, or the way he tells the story, is just it feels so alien. Like it feels so out of left field. Like there's some stuff like you can, I don't know. Star Wars still has a more kind of grounded feel to it, even though it is sci-fi. I don't know how to explain it. Like everything is contextual in an alien way in Dune, right? Which makes it more immersive. So a little more like leaning towards like an Avatar thing than like a Star Wars, where it's like, all right, well, these are some humans doing human stuff. But in space.
I feel like you feel like a stranger in a strange land reading that book, which is kind of like what Paul Atreides is supposed to feel on the planet of Dune. It's like it's interesting that way.
But yeah, the action pieces are awesome. The subterfuge and like tricks within a tricks within a trick was really cool. If you've not read Dune, I don't know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing not reading it, but it's definitely a good read if you're into like sci-fi. So
if you want the abridged version, last podcast network did like just like an abridged every Dune book series of podcasts, which of course I listened to, so I know everything about it. I didn't read shit, you know what I mean? But if you just kind of want to know everything, listen to them spoil everything. It's a good time.
Comedy Spark Notes is what that is.
Exactly. Continue, sorry.
Well, yeah, Dune, great time. Definitely encourage people to read it. Or listen like I did. So now getting into the game stuff, I'll do some quick ones. Assassin's, sorry, I did this too, and I put it on there as AC6, right? I put it on as AC fucking 6. And I played myself here. Armored Core 6, all right? Now, I might wait for a second. I have been playing this. I might wait for a second for someone else to bring it up too, so we can kind of chat about it. But
yeah,
I'm to the wall. I just beat the wall a little after that. Kind of early days, but I definitely my quick takeaway note was like I'm conflicted. I feel like a villain, sort of.
Yeah.
Like pretty evil stuff, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on, I had Baldur's Gate 3, and I could probably talk about a whole 2 podcasts about this alone, but
yeah,
I'm in Act 2, about halfway through Act 2, which is the shorter, apparently, of all 3 acts, like a sandwich between the big meat, Well, like, I guess the bun in between the 2 Big Mac patties, right?
Okay.
The third bun.
So it's
bun, right, is Act 2, right?
So it's saturated in grease and whatnot.
Yeah. But it is dark. It's a dark act, right? So it's literally dark in that one. So, you get covered in some corruption, which I guess you could call grease. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And some glue.
But, yeah, shit goes sideways pretty easy in the opening hours of that act. And it's like, it's rad. It's rad, but it's definitely a slog in not a bad way. It's just like, hey, you're trudging through the mud here. But I'm loving Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing as Karlach, so
Nice.
obviously, but our name tags are coming up. I don't know. Just putting that out there. Okay. Dredge is the next game I played.
Dredge.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dredge. It's cozy. It's spooky. You dive for ship parts and
Oh yeah, I'm
and
interested
you
in
go
this.
fishing in the game, like you're a fisherman who gets washed up on the shore. Well, you're not a fisherman, but you become one because you get washed up on the shore and I don't know, someone just gives you a boat and the mayor gives you a boat and you got to pay it off like Tom Nook for the house, you know?
Huh.
But unlike Tom Nook, he's not a cheapskate and you can pay it off pretty quickly. The boat's actually yours, not indebted to him
Is it
forever.
real money?
It's not $4 million.
I don't know what kind of currency
Tom
dredge
Nook's a
bucks
fucking
are. Like,
slaver.
Yeah,
what I'm
he is
saying?
a
Like-
slaver. You're right.
But it's just got like a really satisfying upgrade system. Everything kind of falls into a slot, like a grid that you equip, and you can only have so much space for different things. When you put new parts on, you have to switch out for different ones, and so you kind of have to think about how am I going to optimize my rig, and what do I want to do and go out. Like there's certain fish you go out, you have to have a heavier hook, and you have to have if you're dragging the lake kind of thing or dragging the bottom of the ocean
Okay.
for parts, you're going to need a different tool, and that takes place with something else. So it's like a trade-off, and there's like a really satisfying puzzle sort of element to that. But,
Did you play Spiritfarer by any chance?
Yeah.
Is it that same kind of thing where you're building stuff on top of your rig like that? It's still kind of a grid system in that one too.
I mean, yes and no, right? Like it's a grid system, but it isn't like you're seeing the display of the ship all the time from the profile view. It's like a menu you pull up, right?
Okay.
The default view you have is like third person, kind of over the top, like a little behind.
Okay.
Cool.
And then where it really gets thing is like you start seeing spooky monsters at nighttime, and tell you like, oh, if you lose some sanity or whatever it is, there's like a meter that you have to control. You start seeing spooky shit, and it starts attacking your ship, and the level of anxiety it produces when you have like a bunch of stuff you want to sell, because it damages your ship. It's not a good thing if you get wrecked.
Get
Yeah,
wrecked.
and it's kind of one of those games that fell under the radar for a lot of people. Like it got some, steam a little bit, no pun intended, but
I feel like a lot of
don't
people
know.
talking about Dredge when it first came out, and it's one of those
Yeah,
kind
and
of
then-
like, I want to say underground hits, but it's definitely one of those games a lot of people that play indie games were all saying is incredible. So yeah, at least some people are
So-
talking about this game.
it feels that like semi cozy, like it's not cozy. There's still like tension, but you can get lost in it for hours. The first time I played it, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna try this out, and ended up playing for like 6 hours straight. So, yeah,
That was a spooky ghost. Did you hear it?
yeah,
did.
Dredge.
Okay.
That was honestly the longest one that I had. But that's it for my WYBNOO.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
Let's go with Miguel. We'll go counterclockwise.
All right, I haven't been doing much. Just working. God of War still. I played a lot of that on the weekend. I think I'm close to the end, but that's just an assumption on my part. Still good, even though I kind of want to finish it already, only because I kind of want to move on to something else. But I'm going to finish it.
Nice.
A buddy of mine lent me Final Fantasy 16, so I'm going to play that at some point.
Woo!
Ooh.
Woo!
So, I don't know when. I'm not going to be here this weekend, so
Clive Rosenfeld.
and I'm getting ready for my trip, so that's going to be fun going to Santa Fe.
Fuck yeah.
And then been watching a lot of random movies. Was watching Conan,
Ooh.
Sweet.
Nice.
classic.
Hold on, wait. I have that sample. Remember? Here we go.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. That is good.
So
There you go.
Wow.
Paul
You had that on
watching
hand.
that a little bit, and Like, what the hell's going on? Is he just banging everyone? I go, he was banging a lot of people. I guess.
Dude, at one point in that movie, he bangs a witch and then throws her into a fireplace, like
she's
mid-sex.
like hurting him, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he just grabs her and he throws her and she catches fire. It's great.
Yeah, she turns into a ghost. Oh, here comes the ghost sample. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, she turns into like some sort of wisp and then flies away.
Yeah.
But Conan's great.
Yeah, excellent.
I want to say I watched something else too. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I don't really prep too much, but
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty much what I've been doing. Hanging out with the cat. Cat's got a little bit of ringworm. Don't know where he got it.
Oh no.
We're dealing with that. But other than that, everything's cool.
How are you liking the story of this God of War?
I like it, to be honest with you. At first, I felt like
ripping
it
and the
was,
tearing, the ripping and the tearing.
Sorry.
but overall, I think I kind of like. I don't know where it's gonna go. I kind of have an idea, but overall, I like it. I like the gameplay. They did add a few things, like you do. It's not always the boy, which I think is cool. So I won't really
Okay.
say too much because I don't think you got very far, Jacob.
I don't. Do you know how many hours you're at now, man?
I don't know. It's a lot, dude.
Yeah. I would assume if you're like, I'm gonna finish it, you must have been playing a lot of this fucking video game because it's like
It's a lot.
it's like 80 hours, some shit.
Is it really that long?
It's not 80 hours.
Dude, it's like 80
How long
hours
is it?
long.
It can't be like 80 hours.
Dude, who's beating it at this table here? Raise your hand if you've beaten the game. All right, then. That's what I thought. No one's beaten the game, and everyone who has is like, man, this game's long, bro. It can't be 30. Maybe it's 60, but that's still a lot.
Like 30 or 40, right?
It's still a lot,
I've
dude.
probably put in about maybe 20, 30 hours at this point.
But for a God of War, that's fairly long. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like there's a lot to do, and
Uh-huh.
I know Gage mentioned that he heard it was kind of bloated.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't. Like if you like the gameplay, I think it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. My issue is I've gotten older, I don't like to collect everything. If
Mhm.
it's too difficult, but I'm still kind of going around trying to finish everything.
Nice.
How long to beat says the main story is 26 hours. If you do some side quests, like 39 hours, and in a completionist run is like 53 hours.
So there you go. So,
It's not even that
That's
long.
about right.
So what were these people even talking about? Have they played one JRPG? Fucking
They probably haven't.
Lightweights.
That's pretty long for God of War, though.
It
Let's
is
be
pretty
honest.
long for a God of War game.
true.
Play Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
No.
How many hours you put into that, Steven?
105.
Okay.
Come on, people. Fallout 4, 225 hours.
Oh God. That actually makes sense to me though. What's
Same
up,
with,
Cherry?
I think Skyrim, when I played Skyrim last year, I put like 200 hours into that game, too.
Did you end up beating that?
I beat it. I didn't
Okay.
beat the expansions, though.
Yeah, but you beat the main story. Something I've never
Yeah, I
done.
beat the main story.
I've beaten a lot of content in that game. Never beat the main story. Never.
Yeah, I finally beat the main story. I did a bunch of other stuff, and then I went and I go, let me go finish this shit. But then there's a bunch of other stuff I can still do, and I don't know if I'll go back. At some point.
Vampire, werewolf, house.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I probably have a total of like 2,000 hours in Skyrim.
Woo!
But that's like many different players. I have no way to check that because it's across like 9 different platforms. But
Yeah.
but it's like I've probably had like 40 characters in that game.
Dude, how many hours have you put into your fucking Texas Instruments version of Skyrim? Like calculator. Just kidding. Miguel, any other WYBNOO topics for you, buddy?
That's pretty much it, dude.
Cool. How's Sebastian doing, man? Is he jumping around,
good.
acting crazy?
He's still crazy,
Mm-hmm. Cool.
little bastard.
He
Dropping things.
He knock over the trash can again, or what?
No, that was Jake.
Okay.
That was Jake, Jacob.
All right. I don't want to blame anyone named Jake or Jacob for anything. All right.
That was Jake. Jake knocked it over, but it was because of Sebastian.
See,
No, he's good. He's good.
catalyst. Oh, that was also a joke, by the way.
Hey, great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Gage, tell us what you've been nerding out on, sir.
Heck yeah! Just one thing and one thing only. That's Ace Combat 6. I mean,
You did it, you bastards.
Armored Core. There's a gazillion AC6s in the world, but yes,
got one.
Armored Core, 6 Fires of Rubicon, call
Yeah.
sign Raven,
I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing 6.
One.
Animal Crossing 6.
There you go. That's
I bet you there's been
There you
6
go.
Animal Crossings in total.
if you include
one
the
on the
mobile
game-
one.
There's one on the GameCube. There's a mobile one. There's the DS one. Maybe was there one on the Wii U or the Wii?
There was
Probably.
There was like 3 or 4 on the DS or something like that.
All right, cool. So yeah, I think we might be up to 6.
Maybe.
When is there going to be another Animal Crossing? I wonder. Probably not until the next Nintendo console. But yes. Anyways, so speaking of ripping and tearing, Animal Crossing. Armored Core
Ripping
is
and the tearing. Ripping and the tearing.
infecting my life for sure. I think it's too early to say because I haven't like finished the game out and stuff. But I think it is. It's creeping up to my top of my game of the year list right now. I love Zelda, but I'm kind of realizing that like I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. I probably will like at some point, but I'm feeling like overwhelmed by it. And every time I go into Zelda, I just feel like I'm not progressing shit. Like I'm doing like a shrine or two, or I'm like just doing a random Korok. I'm kind of over the building. Like I don't know. I'm just feeling daunted by Zelda. And AC is just feeling like this nice little cohesive thing where I just go in, do some missions, grind a few missions, mess around with my mech, make them cool colors. I made an Anubis mech last night.
What?
So it's like, yeah, it's like all black, but then his head has like the blue and gold pharaoh stripe thing going on.
Dude, do you know there's a fucking photo mode in this game? I figured this out yesterday, by the way. Can you please take photos of your damn cores? Everyone,
I will.
thank you.
I actually meant to go downstairs and do that on the Xbox so I could bring it up and send them to you tonight, but I didn't get around to it. So maybe when we do a full review
Yeah,
of
yeah.
AC, then we'll show them all off. But
That
I have
is
like
for
3
sure
main
coming, yeah.
cores. I'm all about the jumpy reverse legs. We were talking about it before the stream.
Yeah.
But just like big mobile jumps and quick, fast turnarounds, and I'm having a blast. I just beat the dozer like fire tank thing, and that was a great mission. It was one of my favorite bosses in the game so far. So yeah, good shit. And then I'll just pass it off to you because I know you're going to talk about it too, Jacob.
Yeah, it's so good, bro. Like, first of all, Gundam update. You guys know that I'm always a Gundam fan, so just calling that out. If we are doing a real Gundam update, which just means what anime is Jacob watching? I think I'm on episode 127 of One Piece now. We've now beaten they've beaten the sand dude and the sand place, so fuck that guy. We're on to newer and better things. I have 3. Do I have 3? Actually, I have 4 cores now. I have 4 cores now. If you don't even know what Armored Core 6 is, by the way, it's a big robot battling game. Think Gundam, think Big O, think Zone of the Enders, think Metal Gear, but just the robot part, not the stealth. So just big ass robots, right? It's definitely an improvement over the old games. Controls wise, it's just, it's like not even like a step up. It's like a fucking like it's a space elevator or what like those elevators in the game that shoot you up. It's like that.
A spirit torrent thing.
By the way, those are fucking cool. By the way, those elevators.
They're so gangster. It's worlds ahead because From Software has learned a lot about game design, action game design over the years, especially developing all the Souls games and just how those should control, how they feel tight, and how the shoulder button should maybe control all of the arms and shoulders and not like weird ass like press Y to swap which one you're using on the right side and then press A to use the right side. It's like fuck that. So anyway, it's just much better. Graphically, it's great. Anyone who said this game doesn't look good is fucking stupid. Just straight up.
It's got such a good art style. Like you look at the skyscapes in the background with the looming mega structures and shit. And it's like it doesn't need to look like like Unreal Engine 5 necessarily to be beautiful. It's gorgeous, these backgrounds, like, and the music too, the atmosphere of it, like the fight in the rain against Balteus with those heavy synths like going on in the back, and like it's like really dramatic, and there's like fucking lasers and missiles all over. It's
like
stunning.
I heard someone describe it as like you feel like you're in an anime fight scene, right?
Straight
when you're
up
fighting these bosses.
Yeah, I agree with
Totally.
that. That's totally true. It's like ridiculous how cool it is.
The whole game is anime as fuck. Like even the voice acting is like super anime. Like there's like the kind of stereotypical like brutish American soldier guy who's like, "Hey, dude, like, I'm gonna be the first to climb the wall," like that, you know.
I've been having
that guy gets killed.
I've been having a hell of a time trying to pull up this image here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. God damn it.
Yeah, I think I
work.
found that dual laser sword thing attack that you were like, I don't know if I like that. I'm like, I really like that because it lunges forward and then it does another attack on top of it.
Super
you
cool.
can charge it if you want to, and then it'll like hesitate and then do a big one.
You just feel badass. That's bottom line. You feel badass playing this game.
Yeah, that whole game is just
like you were saying. There's some weird deception going on in the story that I like, and we're definitely doing some bad stuff, which is kind of, you know,
like the young pilot. He's like, I just wanted a license, and you're like, die, bitch. And
yeah,
like, oh god.
Yeah,
that poor guy really gets fucked over.
Yeah,
that's the one I've been replaying because it's funny. But by the way, here is I've deemed this core the G roller. Because I bought tank legs, right? And he rolls around, and he's basically a like a gun tank from Gundam, which is having 2 minigun arms and then having like 2 cannons on the back, but tank treads. Same concept. So I have 2 minigun arms, but instead of 2 cannons, I got a laser cannon on one side and missiles on the other. And that charged up laser cannon shot is awesome. So yeah, it's really fun. But I got the other tank legs that are like more speedy, so that thing fucking hauls ass. And I'm just like blasting them with the miniguns, and then
good.
When they get stunned, then you just charge shot blast them with the freaking laser shot. It's fucking cool. But yeah. So like, what makes this game great is the fast-paced nature of like a Souls style game or like a From Software style game. Where you can dodge at the right time to like dodge stuff. It's the customizing your mech, your armor core is what they call it, and just all of the parts that you're unlocking. Like you guys aren't as far as I am. Gage, you're like almost where I'm at. But as you continue along, they just keep throwing more and more parts in the mix. And I even know that in New Game Plus they even add even more. Like over time, we'll have like a mountain of parts to put together, and not to mention like the color scheme thing, like Gage was talking about his color scheme with his pharaoh looking one, or what'd you say, the Osiris
Anubis.
God, I was like saying any Egyptian word. And then for me with the G roller, I just made him gold and shiny, but you can also like fully customize it to like piece by piece, like I think 6 different colors or even more. So people are doing like all sorts of colors. Like people are recreating mecha suits from like other anime and stuff because you can color them perfectly like that. Not to mention there's like an emblem system where you can create your own symbols and stuff. That's incredible. So like, yeah, I think that you'll like in the coming weeks you'll start seeing a lot of Armored Core builds online that just are like, oh shit, like that one looks like Hello Kitty, oh that one's a Gundam, like, so that part's really cool. But the gameplay itself is incredible. The missions are fun, and as with all From Software games, you can replay the shit out of it. That's all I have to say.
I wanted to add like going through the tutorial missions, like the combat designed encounters to get you to learn this stuff. Kind of smart, kind of genius there for them to like, because it's more interactive and you're not just sitting through some menus and stuff. It's like, hey, kill these things, and it's all leading to like your final certification exam, right? And like, like you get an emblem or whatever the hell it is, right, for completing it. Nothing, but you get parts as you're doing that. Like, hey, you see the tank tread parts in one of the missions, you get those tank treads right after, right? or spider leg.
Yeah,
I
I think it's really smart how they dole that out, so it's not just like thrown in and overwhelming at the beginning. And
mean.
like just like with other FromSoft games, there's like there you can get really deep and nerdy into the stats and what everything is doing, or you can just look for like blue numbers good, red numbers bad, like like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But I love also that like in the arena, I really suggest if you haven't going in and doing those arena battles because you'll fight mechs that do different styles against you, and then you'll be like, oh, that thing fucked me up. Like you kind of learn about like, oh, this thing had that bazooka shot that like you're gonna then experience from a boss later, and you can kind of learn how to like either counter it or maybe use it yourself type of thing.
Yes.
So I like that too. It's just got a really good gameplay flow of like play a mission, it unlocks something for you, go to test that unlock thing out on your mech somewhere, like say yay or nay, I don't like it, tweak your mech for a little while, and then go back out onto the next story mission. Like it's really fun.
Yeah, and then even like in the assembly menu, which is putting your mech together, you can go directly into like a practice mode, think fighting games, right? And then within there, you can just like directly test out the parts that you're putting on your core. Within there, you can spawn in enemies as well, so you can just immediately just get right into a core fight. You can like bring your health and supplies up whenever. And then what makes that even cooler, in my opinion, is that within that training mode type of thing, you can change the assembly like ad hoc. So it just pauses the training mode, and you could just swap in and out parts. And so you could just like easily compare like, oh, okay, what is this versus this, and like directly in combat. And so you don't have to like wait for a thing to load, then you change the thing, then you go in there and try to remember what you used last time. It's like almost built in the like armored core like assembly / construction or whatever you want to call it, a menu where you can like train with the parts in real time. I find that to be like, that is an amazing quality of life thing that I don't think I've ever seen that in a game before. Like honestly, like it's really cool.
Yeah. Another cool thing that you can do in that same vein, when you're looking through your weapons specifically, it doesn't do it for other parts, but for weapons, you can choose to play. I think it's like X on a controller. You choose to play a little video, and it'll show you,
yeah.
like a little mini video clip of
That's
what
right.
that thing does. And I think it might even be in the store, so that as you're gonna buy something, you're like, does that look like something I would do? Kind of cool. I like that little stuff.
Yeah, that little video even shows like the damage it would do on like kind of a standard little mech, essentially.
Enemy, yeah, yeah.
So like they like, for instance, there's like a burst shot little machine gun, right, and it shoots like 3 bullets. You could see kind of how much like health that would tick down and how much stagger meter it would build up, basically. So anyway, there's just a lot of little pieces and parts of this game, but I mean, obviously, because you attach them to your mech. But just all the little like attention to detail and quality of life in this game, to me, like really elevates the game itself to being like just an excellent game in general. If you just like big robots, like do yourself a favor, please buy this game immediately. Like it's fucking cool as shit.
Also, I'll say like I think one of the biggest questions I've heard from people out there on the internet is like, if I liked Elden Ring because so many people just got into FromSoft via that game, or
Right.
or if I'm super Souls like dude, well, I like this game. And while I think it's incredibly different in a lot of ways, I still feel very much like last night when I was fighting that tank boss, like there's the same kind of rhythm of like you go in, you kind of get wrecked, you have to like make some observations and like calculate and then maybe readjust. And in this game, instead of just like readjusting when you dodge or something like that, it might also be adjusting some parts on your mech. But then you might continue to get wrecked, or you're like just getting destroyed, and then you find out their weakness. And it's just this kind of observational combat that requires a certain level of like thought from you, and then that really satisfying feeling of figuring out a boss's rhythm and flow, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm getting better, and then you beat it, and you're like, fuck yeah, like, and there's that same sort of satisfactory, and I'll say some of the same sort of like scale and like the feeling of like those epic moments that happen in boss fights that are totally diegetic, like they happen just based off the gameplay. You know what I mean? So
One part I want to touch on was that like huge crawler that you take down.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the eye that gets like just wipes you out if you stand still at all.
Yeah.
and just like the scale of that thing, a giant
Yeah.
like Star Wars at kind of crawler thing, like, and you're already a giant robot, right? So like this thing being giant to you is just incredible sense of scale. So
It's gianter.
gianter.
Yeah, there's
we go
one
on
mission
and
where
on.
like you're on like a normal street and there's like a bunch of cars on that street
Mm-hmm.
and they're like the size of your foot and I was like, wow, that's cool. They're so small.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And by the way, Steven, this is the last thing I'll say about Armored Core 6. The mission you're doing yesterday, I grinded it like 6 times in a row just because I wanted money, because that's like where I'm at in the game. I'm just like, give me money. And each time it was giving me like 400,000. So I was able to buy all sorts of fucking parts and make my 4th Armored Core unit.
Rad.
3 other things, trust me, it'll be really quick. Skull and Bones, I played the beta. It is a real game, Gage, okay?
Wow.
Is it fun? Yes, it's fun. I'll give it to you. It's
no.
fun.
Okay.
Doesn't run so good on my PC. That's sort of the problem. I would get this on Series X. I'm a pirate simp, so could see myself buying it. But like, just in general, is it cool to be a pirate and shoot a bunch of cannonballs at a bunch of other pirate ships? Yes, it is. It's kind of rad. So you know. There's a lot of games out there to play, but it's like, think of how Diablo 4 is like an MMO, quote unquote, but it's Diablo. This is like an MMO, but Assassin's Creed for Black Flag ship combat. But there's a little more, like, you do kind of walk around at the towns and stuff, and like there's shops, and like you have to actually buy your ammunition and like upgrade your ship and buy other ships and stuff like that. So
Did you get to do any of that in the beta?
I did all of that. Everything I just said, I is exactly what I did. And when you finally get a ship, because at first you just have a shitty little rinky dinky, and you're just throwing like spears. And yes, you can still, hunt like whales and sharks and stuff. But once you finally get a ship, yes, Steven, they do sing, what do you call them?
Shanties.
Sea shanties. So it's cool, dude. Honestly, like, I think y'all, maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's for everyone, and I don't think it's gonna be like an 8 out of 10. I think it'll be a 7 out of 10 at the most. But I think if you just dig like the pirate experience and you don't want to do the whole sim thing that like Sea of Thieves is, I think it'll be like a pretty, like, one of the fucking best pirate games out there, honestly, in general. So that's where I'm sitting with it. Like I said, just needs to be optimized better on PC. But then again, my buddy who has an awesome PC said it worked great on his. So, maybe that's just an indictment on this laptop. It is what it is. But that is my impressions of Skull and Bones. I played it for 3 hours on Sunday, maybe. So
Crazy.
still had a good time with it. Just want to shout out Fargo, the TV show we started watching. Dope as hell. Watch it. But it says it's based on a true story. It's not. That's a crock of shit. Like 100% what I'm saying is true. It is not based on a true story. And then we started watching 90 Day Fiance. So just letting you know. Joy, that's what Joy put on.
Which one? The UK one or the most recent one, or like the other way?
The other side,
90
yeah.
Day Fiance. Can I ask?
What?
What
is it?
Is it bear explaining? I guess. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So so someone.
For you don't know what it is.
Yeah, good for you. Reality TV
I'm just
happens
so
in this
old.
house. You know what I mean? It's, hey, Joy, hey, she likes to nerd out on what she likes to nerd out on. All right, and that's totally fine. But it really was sucking me in. Like, I was trying to watch One Piece while I was cooking, and she had that on, and I was like, fuck, now I'm gonna have to turn One Piece off and watch 90 Day Fiance. It's bullshit. And so that's what happened yesterday. Okay, here's the premise, dude. There's a thing called a marriage visa, right? So, like, let's say you're in Britain, right? And then I'm over here in Vegas, and we're always talking on the phone, and, we have this online relationship or whatever. We want to get married. You want to move to Vegas, right? So America gives you apply for it and set it up, gives you a 90-day visa to get your affairs in order, and marry me so that you can become a citizen of America while you're married to me, right? But you only have 90 days on that visa. And so that's what the show's about. And it's like, yes, it's full of crazy people, and yes, it's kind of cringy at times, and but the one we're watching, it's called The Other Way, it's the same concept, but it's people from the U.S. going to other countries. So there you go. So that's
And
I don't know.
the people are just so bad at logistics. Like, like most of those people they're just. I'm like, how are you an adult? How have you had like, I don't know. They're just so bad at like doing paperwork or like figuring anything out. It's really anxiety inducing.
Yeah, and the thing that makes the other side, you guys already know what I'm about to say, but the thing that makes the other side funny is that people from the U.S. think like, oh, whatever, I can move to fucking the Philippines, and they don't realize that it's like, I mean no offense, but it's basically a third world country, right? Unless you move to Manila, it's a city. But like, you know, the chick that this dude's talking to, she rides like an ox around town, and it's like people are just farming, and it's like very rural, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of technology around, and the people are like, yeah, I could do that. And then, you know how we are here in America, can you fucking do that? So anyway, I just found it interesting, and I wanted to call that out. And that's it for the WYBNOO, everyone. We're done nerding out on that stuff. Now we need to do something very important, and we'll just have Jeff Goldblum doing like an awkward, nervous laugh. There you go. Hopefully that alleviated a little bit of the, the pressure on Steven. But hey, we do have a soundboard in Discord. Steven, you can use it as much as you want. And by the way, if you have some samples you want, we can toss them in there. So we're trying to welcome you to the group. All right, the first episode we ever did of Neon Pocket Dimension was a get to know ya introductions. I think we also did like, I don't know, we covered something. I can't remember exactly what we did, but there was a section where we wanted to introduce ourselves and say like, hey, what's our background with this and that. So
we did an episode of like our video game journeys once. That was like one of the first episodes.
Yeah, we also did that. So I actually have some like fun icebreaker questions for you. But before I start jumping into that, is there anything that you want to say to kind of introduce yourself?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm started playing video games when I was like 4. Super Mario. I think it was Super Mario World, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right. If not, Contra was the one I started. It was like the first kind of introduction to games.
Pull your hair out.
And yeah, it's my brother and I, my grandpa would get it out, or sorry, great grandpa would get it out, and like grandpa get it out, and he'd pull it out every time we go over there, and we'd have KFC and like,
what?
Just sit there for like hours playing that thing and
KFC and video games.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
But yeah, every time we go over, and that's how I remember KFC being good. Nowadays, KFC's hit or miss depending. That's a lot of fast food. That's a whole other episode. But like,
ooh, that is an episode we should do. Fast food.
Like the quality of fast food and stuff, man.
That's a good idea.
I don't know. But I think, yeah, okay. So I come from that, so I've been playing games, that's my hobby. That's what I do. That's my passion. That's obviously that's why I'm here. A big reason why I'm here. And I'm really into music. I used to produce my own music, a lot of it. The songs I made were they always had a theme to them, right? For a while there, I did phobias, songs about phobias, and we would just have different things in there.
That's cool.
Obviously, early days, right? Still learning production and stuff like that. Mixing things. I don't know. I play guitar. I sing. What else is there? Oh, I was born in New York.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Know nothing about New York because I was only working for 2 years. So, yeah, Utah most of my life, but Colorado as well. And then, I was in a metal band, so that was cool.
Ooh, what was your metal band name?
Hey, so was I.
Subliminal 7, I think it was called. Yeah.
Were you metalcore or what? What kind of?
Yeah, I guess you would say metalcore.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Metalcore, death metal, kind of mix of the two.
So it'd be like, rah, 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 rah. And now we're singing.
And it's a song now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
metalcore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
That's
is that like kind of a date of a remember kind of somewhere in
Ye-
there?
Yeah, or all that
yeah,
remains.
yeah. A little harder than pretty
Mm-hmm.
much.
Sure. Maybe more like a August Burns Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not screamo though, right? I mean, it didn't
Okay,
just-
all right. There's a lot of subgenres in the metal.
Miguel, Miguel, what's your favorite metal genre, real quick?
I don't really have a metal genre that I like, to be honest with you.
That's because
Is
you're.
that like a
That's because
You
you're.
kind of like hair metal. You kind of like hair metal, don't you?
What's that?
For some reason, I feel like I've heard you talk about like classic metal, like
Well, I was gonna
Scorpions or
say
something.
Iron Maiden. Yeah, I'll
All
There you
right
go.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
there
down
you
with
go.
some Iron Maiden, but like
That's metal.
some of the new shit, like what I didn't like was when hardcore kind of turned into metal, and
Yeah.
I just like hardcore.
Yeah. Well, you're a punk rocker,
right.
so there you go.
That kind of leads into that hardcore, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. So I was that, and I was a producer, sort of tried to be producer at some point, and
We all did.
music is a big part of like my interests as well.
Well,
Well,
your handle on everything is the singer bro, right? So
Right. So like, one of the things that I do, and the reason is, if I'm not, talking to someone or doing something that requires me to be quiet, you'll probably catch me humming or singing something, or it's almost a compulsion at this point. So, and someone will say a word and it'll be like a jukebox in my head to put like a word there, and it's like, oh, okay, you were talking about that.
this is just like random metalcore footage right
I
here.
was like, what put up?
I don't know what band this is.
Yeah, we we ended up playing one of the bigger venues here, and that was kind of like the highlight of like the little local band grunge metal band thing. Like
That's sick.
So yeah, so now I'm here, dad of 2 boys, and my son has a gamer middle name, so
What is it?
it's a Link. Of course.
There you go.
Of course.
Hell
I'm a big
yeah.
Zelda fan. Big Zelda fan. But much like Gage, I have not finished Tears of the Kingdom because I'm a dad and because there's so
Exactly.
many damn games out, man.
And because it goes on and on and on.
And on. And on.
Mm-hmm. These are totally
Yeah.
dangerous mosh pits. You keep
And
talking.
I don't know. And I went to college for visual art and design. Did not get my degree, but 2 years. So
You got what you needed out of it.
I got some good stuff from there. Photoshop,
Heck yeah.
some Wacom tablet.
Speaking
But
of
yeah,
tablets,
what about
We'll get to that
tablets?
later. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Oh, that's the endorsement. Sorry, that's a little preview. Right
Oh,
there.
shit.
It's a little
Okay.
preview.
Ooh. Yeah, that's me.
Who cares?
That's me. Just general nerd, I suppose. Oh,
Hell yeah.
I like card games a lot too, so that's the thing.
What's your
We have
favorite?
a lot of similarities, Steven. We did. I also went to school for graphic design, so Anna was also in a metal band in high school, and then I was a DJ after that. So there you go.
Well then,
Good shit.
that's rad.
Bunch of nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Musical nerds.
Yeah, all three of us too, though.
Yeah.
Producer. We're like, oh, we're gonna be a DJ.
And we're gonna do the thing.
yeah.
And
I mean,
it's a hobby.
it happens. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to
It is,
DJ.
yeah.
I want to see Miguel do a DJ set. I think that'd be fun. You know what I mean?
How long-
Just play like
And
Yeah,
by
Dave.
DJ, you mean just play a record?
yeah. Yes. Yeah, go record to
Just play a
record. Just you should pull out, dude. I think it'd be a really fun stream to do like 4
Yeah, the spin
hours.
doctor.
Yeah, 4 hours of just vinyls of us just like going vinyl to vinyl back to back. That'd be fun one day.
That'd be rad.
I'd
That'd
be
be
down.
sick.
Dude.
We
Yeah,
can do
how
a
many
vinyl
vi-
select. I got a little growing collection. It's not big, but I love every record in that collection, so that's cool.
I've said this a lot, but I've inherited some records, from people, and of course I have my own collection. But this is the one on top right here. Smokey Robinson,
There you go.
A Quiet Storm. That's currently in my I think it's Audio Technica. I can't remember exactly what brand that record
Makes
player
sense.
is.
It was my birthday last week, and my mom got me a Raffi record, which is pretty
Oh
epic.
shit!
nice.
Yeah, it's
was
it's
it?
pretty hard to find.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. You know that song?
It's got some
Ding,
goodies
dong,
on there.
ding.
It's definitely and it comes with a little sing along like sheet, so you have all the lyrics, which is nice, so you can sing along with the kid.
Aw, so that's
It's
for the
pretty
baby.
cute.
Oh, well, it looks like we're gonna have to send another record for like a Sesame Street record or something for baby Maya. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, and then we can send like I don't know. What do cats like to listen to, Miguel?
Bach.
yeah, makes sense.
It's
If
like,
you Google music for cats, there's actually a composer actually made music for cats.
interesting,
Yeah,
Maybe
is
it's like
that?
Brian Eno or something.
fascinating.
What does that sound
Relax
like?
my cat, relaxing music. Okay, I may have to edit this out. But we're about to do it. We're about to do Relax My Cat, music for cats. Let's try this. Let's see what this ends up being here.
Oh, so it's just kind of
like
melodic piano.
Ooh.
Yeah. There
I
was,
like it.
I'll have to look for it. There was
Wow.
one specifically where the guy made it just for cats.
That's
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
pretty interesting.
Well, I'll buy that for Sebastian. Okay, so Steven, I got some questions for you, man. All right, I found some interesting questions to ask anyone. We could go around the.
All right.
We could go around the room. You know what I'm
Rapid
saying?
fire.
But we'll start with Steven. Off the top, the number one thing that at the top of a lot of these lists was this question. So, who is your hero?
My hero is shit.
I wouldn't have one off the top of my head. I don't think.
Your hero is
let's
shit.
Say,
Right.
Let's say art as an expression is my hero.
What'd you
Nice.
say, Miguel?
Said my hero is Jesus Christ.
This motherfucker.
Did you see that Jesus Christ game that's gonna come out?
Oh, yeah,
I am
That was
Jesus Christ.
fucking awesome
Yeah.
in like a horrible way, and I want to play it.
Yeah.
I want to play it. Yeah.
That we got to get you that game on Steam, Miguel, so you could do a full Let's Play series.
We'll play it for the meme for
Cool.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's my hero? Fucking.
You know what? I've been clever.
Spider-Man, I guess.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, Midoriya.
Just
Midoriya.
Academia is your
Awesome.
hero.
Yeah, Academia.
Asta's pretty cool. Goku. I'm gonna stick with Goku. That's my hero. He's kind of
I was
dumb.
gonna say.
He's got a heart of gold.
I was gonna say. There goes my hero.
Oh man. You know, honestly, the Grohl should be all of our heroes. To be honest,
Dave
He's
Grohl's a good
such
hero
a
for
fucking
sure.
amazing person. Miguel, don't be like that. He's like, it's Sid Vicious. That's my hero,
No,
Sid
fuck
Vicious.
Sid
Sid
Vicious.
Vicious. No way.
Fuck out of here, dude.
He's
You want
such
to
a-
eat cigarette
he's such a
butts, you
whiny
fucking
ass
asshole?
baby.
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Catching strays.
Okay, Steven, I bolded this one because it's
Okay.
it's a good question. This is a good question for everyone, of course. What would you sing at karaoke night?
All right. So it's between Enter Sandman
Nice.
and something from Seether, probably,
Oh,
because that's just my vocal style. So
Nice. Cool.
sweet. Everyone else, what do you got?
I do. It depends. If I'll do like if it's kind of like a funny thing, but also it's kind of impressive vocally. I'll do Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
yeah.
Just because it's fun to
Good
do the like screen door slams, Mary just waits like that, and just get really like into the boss mode.
Fuck
But it's
yeah.
also like, kind of a good song too.
yeah. Springsteen rules.
Or I'll do a duet with someone. I'll do "Steal My Sunshine" by Len. That one's fun because
I
there's a
don't even
girl
know.
and a guy part.
Oh,
yeah.
You know it, Jacob, if you play it. Steal my sunshine.
Oh.
I was lying on the grass. That song.
yeah.
Um,
And Sunday morning. Yeah, it says British people. That's a British
so
song. I think,
that's a
right?
fun one. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything by Rush, typically Tom Sawyer, because typically that's the song. That's the only Rush song on every karaoke machine is Rush, Tom Sawyer.
Weena.
Hell yeah, Tom Sawyer.
Boom,
Um,
boom, boom.
But you know, if I'd be down with Limelight or my favorite song, Spirit of the Radio.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I
Yeah.
learned how to play that on guitar back in the day.
Well,
It's fun.
my favorite Rush song is Free Will, but Spirit of the Radio is awesome. You know, so of
I like
salesmen,
I like subdivisions
subdivisions in the
in the high school
halls, in the shopping malls. It's a fucking good song, dude. I love Rush. Miguel, what about you, man? Do you care?
I probably would not be singing. Not gotten that drunk.
If I got you drunk enough, what would you sing, dude?
You were, yeah.
Maybe, but I'm gonna be honest. At that point, you'd probably get me to sing pretty much anything.
How about
If I was drunk enough to sing, there's a problem.
You know what's funny to sing is a Barbie girl. That's
Oh, that's
funny.
great.
Yeah.
I feel like that
a good one.
that would be fun with the group.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Miguel, what about Sedated? Is that the Clash?
That's the Ramones.
Ramones. I don't know enough.
That's probably at
sorry.
karaoke.
Yeah,
I
come
like
on.
doing.
You
The
do
other
it.
one I like doing is "Loser" by Beck because I know all the lyrics by heart to that song.
Wow.
So you don't even have to look at the thing, and that's kind of fun.
Dude, imagine doing a Cake song though. You'd just be rapping the whole time.
Yeah, Cake is pretty easy.
Yeah, Cake-
is good.
Yeah,
Red
that
Hot
vocal
Chili
register
Peppers
is
is another one that's fairly easy too. Like you could do RHCP.
Which-
like
Oh, dude, yeah, I would do fucking any RHCP song. Under the
they're rad,
Bridge.
though. They're fun.
Under the Bridge
Yeah.
is the one, dude, for sure. And then of course Incubus. You know, love it.
Incubus is good too. Yeah.
Yep. What's your favorite food?
We talking type of food or just food in general?
Answer it how you want, man. That's the question.
I want to. Okay, look. We're gonna do type of food. It's gonna be probably gonna be Mexican food. Honestly, I eat way too much
Ay!
Mexican food.
Dios mío.
I don't know.
Me-
I don't think I've found something
yeah.
a Mexican dish that I've disliked. So
That's 100% true.
Good job.
like
I always love a gringo that loves Mexican food.
I don't love tripe, but other than that, that's okay.
Dude,
yeah, that's probably where I know.
don't knock it though. You know what I mean?
It's
I was
Menudo's
maybe
good.
into the
It's
whole
just not my favorite. That's all.
Bro, you got it.
seafood taco experience, but you know, for each their own, right?
Dude, Mochi Squeeze loves fish tacos.
I don't mind fish tacos. They're not my favorite. They're not my go-to, but yeah.
And then we all know, if you've watched this show before, which go back and watch the other 53 episodes, please, then return. Thanks for returning. You now know that Miguel loves Del Taco, especially the one in Barstow, because that's one of the best restaurants on the planet. So, just saying.
It is, yeah.
El Taco's pretty good.
Confirmed.
We won't go around the thing, though. You know, we'll continue. Have you ever had a nickname, and what is it? And besides the ones we know.
Let me think. Someone called me Clark Kent because when I take off my glasses, it looks a lot different.
Interesting.
So that was interesting.
Nice.
I was like, okay, that's not really an insult, or because it wasn't meant as an insult, but he definitely was like, "Oh, you look like Clark Kent," kind of thing. I'm like, cool, I'm Superman, dude. Thanks.
I mean, I would take it as a compliment.
I don't think so. No.
Well, I
No?
mean, it depends on the Clark Kent, right?
Right. That's
Good
fair.
point.
That's fair.
I forget the name of that actor.
I don't think I've had an IRL nickname.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I've been called Jonesy. I've been called Crybaby Jones. I've been called Jakey Poo. I've been
I
called
need to bring that one back. Crybaby Jones.
Crybaby Jones. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens a
It
lot.
sounds like you sound like a turn of the century bank robber. You'll never catch me alive. How much?
Jones.
What is it? You'll never get me, Dick Tracy. Crybaby Jones out the window. Jump out. Psst. Yeah. What else we got? What's your top recipe, bro?
I want to say homemade mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Make it from scratch from a roux and add a bunch of different cheeses and noodles and goodness and crumbs, and it's delicious.
Hell yeah, dude. A genie grants you the ability to have infinite amounts of one item. What is that item?
Can Can it be money?
Dude, whatever.
Hey, money.
Money?
Can it
Then
be,
the money will buy me whatever the fuck I want.
Consensus? Consensus?
is it a real? Does it have to be a real existing item, right?
No,
Like,
no. I've asked the question. There's no wrong
right,
answer.
right. If there's no boundaries like that, years. Just
I
give
like
me
that.
youth. You know,
Cool.
like
Wow, this guy.
Good for you. I just want the money because then I'll extend my life with the money.
This
get a
guy,
big heart.
Steven times, bro. He times.
Love that.
Favorite holiday? Let's just all answer that one.
I don't know, bro. I'm not really big on holidays.
Thanksgiving?
The one where I'm
No,
not.
No, actually, Halloween.
Yeah.
It's Halloween.
I'd say Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the ones that are there, Halloween is the best.
Probably.
so.
Yeah. I love getting spooky. You
Mine's an Indian holiday. It's called Golu.
Oh.
We've started celebrating it in our home every year since I've been with Aishu, and it's really fun. It's like
Cool.
kind of like their Christmas, or like more like their Hanukkah, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Miguel?
it's a 9-day festival, and you like have people over for every one of those nights and like, cook for them, and then we make this cool like altar, and we put like all sorts of Indian statues on it. But then I've influenced it, and now we put like Star Wars characters on there too. So
Ha.
it's cool.
That's
pretty
cool. Nice. Miguel?
Favorite holiday? Anyone that I'm off.
Nice. Yeah, days off.
I don't fucking care, dude.
Classic Miguel.
You know.
Classic Miguel. You know, I pulled this from multiple lists. All right, I didn't make these up. What's your most prized possession? Can't be a human. Can't be organic. Can't be organic. Don't say your kids. We already know you fucking all
Dang
love
it,
your kids. It's fine.
Just kidding.
I need like
Talk about if you use your children.
I need a
Prized
thing.
possession.
The fucking thing, dude. That goes to everyone. Yeah, it's kind of hard to answer that.
Probably a book of memories I have. Just like,
Yeah.
ticket stubs and things like that. Just kind of put in there. And it's sentimental. I wouldn't say like, there's no actually monetary value to it, but like, I've got some old Pokemon cards. I've got some stuff that carry like different value for me. So
I'd say like maybe this house.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could go there.
Because I could. I mean, I
we're
love.
really talking about it.
I love my Series X. You know what I mean? It's cool. I got a
Yes,
guitar on the wall.
my PC is good, right?
You know. But damn.
I got a nice 2020 Subaru Forester that's doing me pretty good.
There you
Yeah,
go.
man.
Miguel's got that cool cat tower behind him. That's pretty pitching.
Most prized possession.
That's pretty
Keeps
prized.
the
Yeah. Well, actually,
Occupied.
I would argue Miguel's prized possession is his cabinet full of his like awesome anime figures. But I don't know. I'm not him.
Yes. I don't really have one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of shit, Jacob. All over
Yeah,
the
we
place.
all got junk, man. Life though, that's my prized possession at the end of the day.
God.
Just being alive.
Next question.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Moving
So
on.
I could go with more of these, but let's just jump into the nerdy shit. I think we've probably covered this with our thing, with previous stuff for our answers, but we'll just rattle them off. First video game ever played?
Yeah. So I believe it was Contra. So
Contra. Okay. Which I know you've answered. For me, it was like on a 486. It was like a version of Breakout.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest with
It's
you.
the one with the little platform, and then it like shoots the balls up and it comes down.
Well, okay. You said 486.
Yeah, old ass computer, dude. Like
okay,
pre DOS. Yeah, my dad had computers. So. Yeah. You guys?
That's old. That's an old thing.
It's old. I'm old.
The first one I can recollect, I don't know, it's all mixed up for me.
Mhm.
But I think Donkey Kong 94, right? That's the original one where you're Mario and you run up the thing.
Mhm.
I think that might have been the first one. I
That
mean,
came
I
out
think
Yeah, I thought it was in the 80s.
That was an 80s game, wasn't it?
okay, is it
Yeah.
84?
Mhm.
I thought it was called Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking
Like 80
I think
something.
Donkey Kong 94 was the version of it that was on the Game Boy, the original.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Okay, yeah, that seems more plausible.
You could just say arcade Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right to me, but it might have been a different like NES game. I went on this skiing trip to Squaw Valley when I was like pretty darn young, and there was an NES at the cabin that we rented,
Oh.
and we played like a bunch of like just different NES games. I couldn't tell you what they were, but
That's pretty cool.
like
Nice.
Excite Bike and shit probably.
That's gangster. Miguel?
Classic.
Excite Bike
It was
rules.
probably something on the Atari. I want to say though it was on the Atari 2600. I want to
Nice.
say that I played something even before that, but I don't remember. It's been so
Yeah.
long. It was sometime in the 80s.
Nice. Yeah. What's the first one you can actually remember though? You think?
Something on the Atari.
Okay.
Pretty
so
much on
I'll
Carnival, Adventure,
Pitfall.
ET, Pitfall,
Joust?
all the classics. No, I didn't. I never played Joust actually.
Dude, Joust
Centipede.
fucks. It's good. Oh, Centipede's great. Yeah.
Centipede.
I feel like
classic.
it's mostly just arcade games, right? That's kind of how we all started out, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Essentially.
definitely did. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could argue Contra is sort of like an arcade game, you know. Okay, first game console. That's easier to answer. NES for me.
Yeah, NES as well.
You
Atari
guys?
2600.
Oh, I get it now.
I'm not that much young. This is gonna make me sound younger than you guys, but it was more just because I had parents who didn't like media stuff, so I wasn't allowed to have video games till later. But N64.
Ooh.
I would okay, so that's like the first
Well-
one I personally owned was an N64, right?
Mhm.
Like, so
Technically, the first one that I owned was the Super Nintendo because the NES they bought for Jessie, but you know, that's my sister. It became mine.
What are we? How are we classifying personally owned?
Like
say
it
you
was.
got it for a
purchased it
birthday
with your own
or,
money?
Like,
No,
no,
it was.
say you got it for a gift for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
they bought it
okay.
for you specifically.
Okay, yeah, the Atari 2600.
Okay, yeah, nice. I mean, those games aren't bad. You could play them now. Favorite game of all time? There's only two more. This one and one more.
Probably The Witcher 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Good choice.
Mass Effect 2.
Good answer. It's like impossible to answer for me. Maybe Elden Ring right now. I don't know.
It's steadily climbing up. You know, I like to give games like that like 4 or 5 years before I say definitively. But yeah,
Every time I put my hands on the sticks in that game, I'm just happy and I
Fucking
just
rules.
want to play more
Yeah.
and more, even though I played a lot of it. But hey, Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight will always have a special place in my heart. Honestly, love that fucking game. I could name so many. Final Fantasy 9, best Final Fantasy, etc. etc. Favorite movie is the last question.
So it's a tie between Ace Ventura 1 and 2.
yes.
Yes,
I fucking love those.
love to hear it. Love it. They're both great.
I can watch those probably over and over again. and
Hold
just
on, wait. Hold on. I got one sample from one of those for you. This is for you, buddy.
Don't mind me. Sleep. Sleep.
There you go. That's the sample. It's for you.
Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago.
I love it. They throw the freaking spears in his legs. That's probably one of my. I don't think I've laughed that hard at a movie since. So yeah.
People say they don't hold up, but those people I don't agree with. What about you two?
Yeah, any given day, it's tough to it's tough to say. High Fidelity comes to mind.
Good movie.
Let me see. I have a list here.
Oh God, Miguel. What about you? While he reads his list.
To be honest with you, I feel the same way Gage does. It kind of changes depending on my mood. For a long time, well, also as I've aged, at one point it was Lost in Translation. I was watching that on repeat.
a good
That's
movie.
a really good movie.
Good movie.
And then Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Excellent
Good
movie.
movie.
Also really
Excellent.
good. Wow, the spectrums of Jim Carrey there.
Yeah. And then like I don't. It could just range wildly. Like I like all sorts of things, and it changes all the time.
Yeah, for a while mine was Requiem for a Dream, but that was when I was going through kind of a dark period. And then
Dude, that's like
That's pretty dark.
I've seen that twice.
yeah,
And after the first time, I said never again.
yeah.
Ass
watched
to
it again
ass.
because I was, and then after that I said never again. I think I've seen that 3 times. I don't think I could watch that on repeat. That's a
It's
hard
brutal.
fucking movie.
It's a hard
That is
movie.
hard.
But at the time, I just found it like totally mind blowing. I don't know. Hardball with Keanu Reeves. Fucking love that
Oh,
movie.
dude, good movie.
I don't even know what that is,
Yeah.
man. I'll have to watch it.
G baby? Oh my god, you're gonna cry.
Is it
It's-
about
brings
what
me
is
to
it?
te-
What is it about?
It's
Is it about baseball?
Keanu Reeves is addicted to gambling.
And he's a baseball coach.
He gets in debt so much, and the only way this person kind of gives him some charity, and they say he can pay off his debt by coaching this little league team.
So he's a baseball
in
coach.
inner city Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
do know
not
that
actually,
movie.
That's not a bad movie.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying it's bad.
okay.
I'm just saying like no. Okay, now I remember that movie, and I saw like the
Yes,
first
yes, yes,
15 minutes on HBO. Fine, I'll watch it just for you.
Give it a watch. It's fun.
Okay,
Good. Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna pull on your heartstrings.
You're gonna try to tell me that's better than The Matrix? Okay, fine, I guess. Sure.
Matrix. Look.
The Matrix
The
1.
Matrix is directly under Hardball. on my list.
Okay. Maybe it should be directly above it, but
Are
sure.
they all
Let's
Keanu
watch a
Reeves movies?
just watch a fucking movie about
Like
baseball. Okay.
Speed, Bill and Ted.
Like, oh, Speed is the best movie ever.
It's not the
No,
best
no.
movie, but it's fun.
The lake house. Okay, it's the lake house.
Whoa, dude!
Oh,
You
that's
know I
a good
love.
one too. I saw that.
That is
recently,
good.
Actually.
We
Uh,
could do a
a good
Reeves
movie.
episode. That'd be
any
fun.
any time travel movie, I'm like, ooh, every time. Cool. Jurassic Park. That's a good one, Cherry. I see it in the
Good one,
chat.
Cherry.
That is great. You guys all know my favorite movie is. That's right. It's The Fifth Element.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is directly next to on the same list. Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. That's probably like 3 or 4 on my list.
Mm-hmm.
That movie.
It's
but,
it's a classic for sure.
yeah.
I love it. Great music.
Great job.
Thank you. That was perfect. All right, guys. Any closing statement? Fuck you, man. You bastards, man. You guys know I like Hook too, but everybody's trying to say Hook's
Hook
a
is
bad
great.
movie. Get out of here.
Hook is
No,
good.
it's not
Get
a
outta
bad.
here
It
with
didn't
that.
age well. Okay. Like
It still ages well.
Rufy, yo, come on.
Hold on, let me play the sample.
I think it was her grandma's dog.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I was waiting
That's
for it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
No, just yeah. Welcome, Steven. I guess quick endorsements.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Do you have time, Steven? You okay?
I do. Yeah, we can do a quick doors.
Rock and roll, man. Gage, are you ready for your endorsement that I set up earlier?
I am. 1 second.
All right, I'm gonna pull up this thing you told me to pull up. No, it's not
Cool,
this
so
window. Bad window.
Cat TV.
Bad window.
So my endorsement is the Huion Canvas. That's Kamvas Pro 16. I just my excellent wife gave it to me for my birthday.
Yeah.
It is a sexy like Wacom-ish tablet thing, but it's got controls here, and then you actually just you can see the thing that you're working on right on the screen, and it rules. It's like so high quality. So Jacob's bringing up the first piece of work that I did with it, which I'm stoked about.
That's rad. Man.
Look at that shit.
That's good.
So you
good.
you drew this yourself like completely?
I had a reference photo, but I drew it myself.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's
Like
fucking
I went
cool.
into the game and like looked at my mech, like
Okay.
on the screen, and I had it up on the TV while I was drawing down here. But then of course Photoshop lets you do all this other stuff. So like once I had the outline of the mech, you can like lock that layer so that color can't come off of it, you know.
Oh.
So yeah, so you can do all sorts of shading, and there's like a light layer, a shadows layer over it. There's all these, like, you can do all the Photoshop stuff that you can do, you know, but you're just like coloring on that, or you can, you know, so you can have a brush that only adds white like over stuff that it's lighter than. Like, it's really nice that you can do all sorts of cool stuff. So experimented around with this, and yeah, got to draw a cool mech.
Yeah, the details are so legit that I can tell like what weapons you're using. That's awesome, dude. Great work. I love it.
Thanks. I'm stoked on it for sure. I'll do some more as time and inspiration strikes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a great tablet, and it's pretty relatively affordable. It needs to plug into a laptop, so you have to do that. Obviously, it's not totally standalone. They make standalone ones, but those are like thousands of dollars. This one's only a couple $100, so really nice.
Right on, dude. Miguel, Steven, what are your endorsements while I find mine?
Well, mine is not. It's more of a non-endorsement.
Oh.
It's these monster seltzer
Oh.
things.
Oh shit.
Fucking terrible.
Oh no, dude, it's a
I'm
seltzer.
struggling
I
to
don't
drink
know.
this all night.
Aren't those the ones that I bought, dude?
Yes.
Did you take
I'm
some?
not fond of. Seltzer.
Yeah, I took 2 of them.
They really gross or what?
I don't like it.
It's like okay, so my take on seltzers is like they took the flavor and took it out of whatever it is. Seltzer,
yeah.
like,
I
you
like
want a flavor
seltzers.
light.
This one is very heavy on the artificial sugar,
Oh yeah, no
and I can
way.
really taste it,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
It's like
So
Yeah.
watered down.
give me a
Monster.
Truly, and I'm fine with a Truly. Like,
I feel like I would just rather have a vodka soda most of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They sell those
and
in a
that's
can
always
now.
an option.
Yeah.
you're right.
That's my non-endorsement. Don't buy these.
Cool. I like that. I like a negative endorsement. That's fun.
We'll call it an anti-endorsement or something.
and
Negative.
Mountain Dew, the alcoholic Mountain Dew. While you're at it, don't endorse that. Like,
Some people
sounds
like
rough,
that.
yeah.
We have a friend that
That
really
sounds
likes it.
gross as shit, man.
some people are wrong.
Just give me beer, man. I'm good. You got
Yeah,
something,
my
Steve?
endorsement is Taco Bell breakfast. Because I was
Ooh.
talking about
Okay.
Mexican food earlier. And look, it's like $5.50. You get like a breakfast crunch wrap. You get some coffee, some nice coffee. It's Cinnabon Delight iced coffee. You know, it's a good pick me up in the morning, and then a good drop me down about lunchtime.
They still got that
I
waffle
like
taco?
I like a breakfast crunch wrap. Those are good.
They still have the waffle taco?
No, bro.
you
They
remember that?
simplified it. Yeah. They
remember that
simplified it.
when
I do
they-
remember the waffle. taco,
Yeah, it's like instead of hot sauce, you just get like syrup, and it's like a taco, but the waffle is the shell.
I don't like that. That sounds bad.
That sounds okay until you're talking syrup, and then you fucking
Yeah.
lost me.
It was
And
crazy,
then the
man.
falls out the like side of the taco, and you got taco seepage. Nope.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Sticky on your wrist.
Yeah.
It was 100% messy, but yeah, no, I love the breakfast crunch wrap. It's really good. My endorsement, of course, is World Market. This is the wrong window. Let's get to the correct window.
Again,
It's Cost Plus World Market, baby. We went there the other day. It's always kind of been a place that we like to go here and there, but they sell a lot of stuff from other countries and whatnot.
Yes.
But here's the
I
thing.
have.
Here's the thing.
I have a little wrapper, Pachow. It's like the little candy I got from World Market here.
There you go.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool. So you know about World Market. That's
Yeah,
great.
I do. It's good.
Awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah, you can get like Marmite there, and you can get like kimchi in a little tiny jar. You can get all sorts of stuff from around the world. It's also like a Pier 1 Imports type of thing where you get like random like rugs and like candles and furniture and shit. And now they're already selling their Halloween decorations. But we went there because I wanted coffee beans. And there's just not a lot of places to get coffee beans. Like everything is ground at the most grocery stores, and like the selection is just like not a lot of brands and stuff. So we went there, and I got hazelnut syrup with a pump. I got a big ass thing of espresso. We got like other medium coffee from there. So I don't know. I mean, you might have one in your area if you kind of want to just like go in there and try some like interesting snacks from around the world and get some cool coffee and shit. I recommend it. It's a lot of fun to go in there. Also, Joy got a couple pins. You know.
If you're in
Cool.
New York City, there's one in the bottom of Grand Central Station.
Oh no way.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Good.
All right, guys. I think we've successfully done our first episode with Steven. Let's go. How was it, Steven? Do you feel good? Do you feel like
I feel like I've been
Excited.
warped through different dimensions, so now I'm
So
back.
that's
to
the
Earth, so.
that's the appropriate feeling.
That's right. Yeah, you're gonna
I've
have to.
shifted pockets, so
There you go.
much like a dollar bill, I'm ready to be burnt.
So a big ass hand's about to grab you and pull you out of there and like shake
Yeah,
you around, seeing how much change is in your stomach or what?
exactly and exchange me for some
There you go.
less than reputable products. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's time for you to climb out of this bag of holding. I don't know if that means anything to you
Oh yeah,
guys.
no, yeah, I got it.
That's a pocket dimension. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get the hell out of here, but we love you. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another episode. Expect a more in-depth Armored Core 6 kind of deep dive. We might do like just a spoiler cast type of side episode or something in the future because we really love that game. But guess what? Lest we forget, early access for Starfield comes this Thursday. Comes out 5 p.m. Pacific time. You know we're excited. I think all three of us have early access. Is that right? Miguel doesn't. I know he doesn't. He's playing God of War, and that's totally fine. But the three of us all have early access, so expect us to talk a shit ton about that next week. In fact, that's just going to be our Starfield episode. We're just going to go on and on about our experiences, and Miguel can listen. And Miguel, you should just find like an astronaut's like helmet and put it on for that episode. So it's like you're in
You can
space.
sleep too.
What I can do.
Nobody will know.
Just get a fishbowl and put it upside down
Yeah.
on your head. Just make sure you can pull it back off. But yeah, you can expect that. Yeah. Anything else, guys? That it?
There's lots of games coming. So just
2023.
brace yourselves.
We'll be busy.
Yeah, get ready, man. Again, Steven, welcome to the crew, man. Can't wait for the more TikToks and shorts and all that shit. Check it out. Give us the likes. Like this, like that. Share this. Tell everybody, tell everyone. And have a good fucking day. We'll see you next week.